Prince Harry, once the darling of royal watchers turned global advocate, found himself in an unflattering spotlight at Upfront 2025 after a speech that was met with deafening silence, no applause, no cheers, just awkward glances and quiet murmurs. But what sent ripples through the crowd wasn't just the lack of response, it was Harry's visible frustration. Moments after stepping off the stage, witnesses reported the Duke of Sussex boiling with rage, throwing sharp glances toward Meghan Markle, who reportedly remained seated and impassive throughout the ordeal. For many attendees, the tension between the couple was palpable. According to producers and insiders who were backstage, Meghan, who was present at the event in a tailored Givenchy dress, appeared unfazed as Harry returned to their table visibly irate. She didn't even look at him, one studio executive shared anonymously. It was as if she was completely disconnected from what had just happened. The incident has led many to question. Was this a simple off day for Harry, or the latest symptom of a growing divide between the couple? The Upfront 2025 event, an annual gathering where media companies pitch their upcoming programming to advertisers, was meant to be a turning point for Archwell Productions. Harry had been invited to introduce a new docuseries focused on mental health and veteran resilience, topics he has long championed. However, insiders suggest the content of his speech had been heavily reworked by Meghan and her team just hours before the presentation. According to internal leaks, Harry originally planned to speak from a more personal and vulnerable place, but Meghan reportedly insisted on a more polished, brand-forward message that some later described as tone-deaf and overly corporate. Sources close to the event organizers noted that Harry's speech lacked the authentic emotional weight that had previously made him a compelling public figure. It felt scripted. It didn't sound like him, said one advertising executive who attended the event. And when the audience didn't respond, you could just see it hit him. This isn't the first time Meghan's influence over Harry's public appearances has come under scrutiny. Several former Archwell staff members, speaking under condition of anonymity, have alleged that Meghan exercises near-total control over the couple's brand narrative. Harry still has a lot to say, but there's a filter now, one former communications manager said. Everything goes through Meghan's lens, and that lens is increasingly disconnected from who Harry really is. What's particularly controversial is the timing. Meghan recently secured a major solo development deal with a top-tier streaming service, leaving many in the industry wondering if the Duchess of Sussex is repositioning herself as a solo brand. Her red carpet appearances have become more frequent, and noticeably, she has attended several events without Harry, including a high-profile women's leadership summit in April where she gave a keynote speech ironically on the theme of partnership and unity. Behind the scenes, industry chatter paints a growing imbalance. There's a Meghan brand and there's an Archwell brand. They're no longer the same, said a former Netflix executive who worked with the couple on their previous projects. Harry's being left behind, both professionally and publicly. Perhaps most telling was Meghan's reaction, or lack thereof, during the Upfront incident. As Harry stood, tense and clearly upset, Meghan remained composed, offering no support or gesture of comfort. Photographs from the event show her speaking with executives moments later, smiling and engaged, as Harry lingered awkwardly by her side before walking away alone. One body language expert described the interaction as eerily distant and emotionally vacant. This public fracture, though subtle, has not gone unnoticed. Royal commentators, Hollywood insiders, and even fans have begun drawing lines between Meghan's rising ambition and Harry's apparent emotional unraveling. While supporters of the couple insist they remain united, others are less convinced. There's a chill between them now, said one longtime observer. You can't fake energy, and last night there was none. In the days following the event, neither Harry nor Meghan has addressed the Upfront fallout publicly. Archwell's press office has declined to comment, fueling further speculation. But insiders say tensions are brewing, and if Upfront 2025 was any indication, the dynamic duo once hailed for breaking barriers may now be quietly falling apart, one uncomfortable silence at a time. Since the Upfront debacle, rumblings from close sources have grown louder. According to a former Archwell consultant, internal meetings have been tense, with Harry reportedly skipping several virtual check-ins and appearing increasingly withdrawn. He used to be active, present. Now he's mostly silent unless directly asked, the source revealed. It's clear something has shifted. Meanwhile, Meghan has continued with her engagements undeterred, recently spotted at a private networking brunch in Beverly Hills, where she was photographed laughing with executives from Spotify and Paramount. The optics were striking. A poised, self-assured Meghan seemingly unaffected by the public backlash brewing around the Upfront incident, an event many now dub the silence heard around the industry. Even longtime supporters of the Sussexes are beginning to voice concern. One prominent mental health advocate who previously collaborated with Harry on veteran outreach efforts commented, "It's like we're watching Harry fade into the background. That's not the man we knew 5 years ago." As speculation mounts, the couple's once unshakable narrative of unity appears more fragile than ever. And in Hollywood, where perception shapes opportunity, silence, especially the kind that follows a public embarrassment, can speak volumes.